All right, Boruto 198. We got monsters. Now, before I even get to the meat of this shit, let me just get my MVP out the way right quick. Let me just say my nigga Kawaki MVP. Of course, he did his whole thing at the end of this episode. Came through, saved Himawari, saved Naruto, lost his fucking arm. I totally had forgot that this is where that happened. I kind of, I forgot how exactly. I knew the nigga lost his arm eventually, but I forget exactly what he did, how that happened. This was dope. Actually, there was like, all right, so there was a bar he said before that even happened, because he definitely the MVP of this. Let me show my ice. He definitely is the MVP of this episode, but there was something that he had told Boruto before this even happened, because he's been like maybe like 5-6 episodes. I don't know. He's been in the village for a minute now. Yet I do not recall him ever, calling but anyone by name. He's never been like, yo, Boruto, help me put these pieces together. Like, hey, Boruto, where the glue at? Like, Naruto, what you cooking for dinner? Like, he's never said Hinata, Himawari. He's never really said anyone's name. Sorry, that was good. He's never really said no one's name like that. So there's the moment the battle's getting heated up. I'm like, fuck this battle, bruh. Spoiler alert, I wasn't really too big of a fan of this fight. Not for the reasons that I thought. Like, I'm saying too much shit at once. First things first. Kawaki, I'm still excited. It's Sunday. Sunday, I'll fuck with Sunday. But, Kawaki says to Boruto, like, dog, we got to get the fuck up out of here, bruh. The Hokage. He's like, quote, the Hokage told us not to interfere. That to me was like, oh shit, that just was different, because he knows Naruto's position in his community. He knows, Naruto's rank in the village, but he's never really said anything. Like, he's semi-admired him in a way where it's like, yeah, I'm gonna use him to be protected from Jigen. I'm gonna use him to be protected from Kara. He's clearly powerful. He said that to himself, but he's never really vocalized, yo, that's the Hokage. Like, yes, I respect the Hokage. Like, he's like, to call someone the Hokage is respect. Even when, because Naruto had this problem with his son, old man Boruto, calling him old man dad and all this. Hey, man, I told you I run my niggas as Hokage. But we got Kawaki, just, at this point, that's the Hokage. So that was my favorite moment, actually. That moment where he's like, yo, the Hokage is not to interfere. My runner-ups for MVP, just off the aesthetic, Boruto. I feel like Boruto's look, when it comes to the animation, even when we get the upgraded animation, I like Boruto's design more than Kawaki. Kawaki, he might got the edge, whereas the manga goes. Time skip Boruto is unmatched, bro. Y'all ain't gonna fuck with time skip Boruto. That nigga godly. And Delta look cool, like I said. But let's get into the actual fight. Now, get some water. And let me show y'all niggas the ice again one more time. I got you, nigga, put the ice back on. Now, going into this episode, I was actually excited for the fact, because I, felt like there's going to be a whole bunch of OG characters. They was going to be hating. Naruto was going to get washed, semi-washed. I was looking forward to that. Like, I love fucking with these niggas. The only, like, man crush I have on from the OG realm is Sasuke. Like, I'm still not looking forward to the Sasuke death. I know it's going to happen, but I'm not looking. If they knock it out the park, they knock it out the park. But, that's my nigga Sasuke. Like, it's going to hurt. I might rewatch some highlights and, whatnot. But other than that, I don't really give too much of a fuck. It's like, the show's going to be a show. The universe is the universe, right? So I was expecting them to be upset, Naruto gonna get his ass whooped. Who the fuck is this Delta bitch? Oh, she a robot. Oh, she got laser beams and shit. But my thing is, my problem with this fight, and I feel like if there's anything to complain about in this fight, is like more so the pacing. It just felt like a slow motion fight. It felt like shit was kind of like, okay, telegraphed. Telegraphed is the perfect word. Like, Delta would throw a kick. Oh, Naruto, I'll grab your arm. Like, everything was like stop motion. Like, And I felt like Delta's abilities kind of hindered the fight itself, because I'm starting to understand her more as a distance fighter. Whereas in the manga, I couldn't really tell. Like, shit is just popping off. It's panel by panel. But this kind of, I would describe Delta now as a distance fighter. She has the drone. She also has, like, her legs are pretty much like Mr. Incredible and shit. And I felt like that hindered the fight, because to me, the best moments in the fight were actually the taijutsu. So there wasn't too much time to be close combat. Kawaki and Boruto. I mean, not Kawaki and Boruto. Kawaki and Boro. That was a dope-ass fight. And I think maybe that kind of fucked with my expectations with this fight, because in the manga, Boro ain't shit. Kawaki, that fight was like, what, 5 seconds? But the anime just turned that shit the fuck up. So I'm expecting the same shit for this fight. I'm like, oh, they gonna take this shit over the top. Naruto's involved, albeit it's not a character debut. You know, Kawaki is gonna be a big piece of this anime, this manga. So, you know, they gotta knock that shit out of the park. But this is still Naruto versus This is Naruto versus a member of Kara. So I was expecting, you know, some big shit with this one, right? At least to be surpassing the manga, because I felt like in the manga, when I was reading the manga, I was more so like, damn, this nigga getting, damn nigga. I wasn't upset that he was getting washed, but it was just like shocking to me. I felt like they dropped the ball in the anime because it just didn't seem like it was shocking. It just seemed like we were watching, in my opinion, like I said, I just felt like I was watching a poor quality fight. I didn't, you know, the whether or not who was winning or losing didn't even matter. It was just the quality of the fight was just like, dog, what the fuck is this? Even in the great moment, like the moment in the manga when I seen Naruto had like a fucking spear through his chest and shit, through his fucking stomach, I was like, yo, she got that nigga. Whereas in the anime, it was just like, oh, that happened? Like, what the fuck? Like, she throws a kick. We see, like, her leg is making some sort of extension, but we don't not see the actual impact. We don't see, like, Naruto getting impaled. We just see, oh, he's bleeding now. Oh, okay. And it turns out to be a trick and whatnot and blah, blah, blah. Which was dope in the manga, to read in the manga, like, oh, he got that bitch. But in this, it was just like, okay, like, it just happened poorly. It was poorly executed. I feel like they dropped the ball on this one. I was like, you know, I was hyped. Like, I had expectations, dog. And then also, I was kind of like blue-balled a little bit because I was like, okay, maybe, you know, they just teasing us a little bit. Because like I said, Kawaki does say, oh, he's just, you know, reading her movements. He's like leading, it's like a dance. They tangoing and shit. He's leading the way. He's been in control this whole fight, right? So when he goes KCM mode, I'm like, okay, they about to turn the fuck up. Now it's going to be a little bit more, you know, they going to do their anime sauce. They going to sprinkle the seasonings and all that. It's going to be lit. Shit was fucking like nothing changed. It was just like, okay, we gonna do the same ass slow motion shit. There was a few taijutsu moments here and there, and that was it. So as far as the fight goes, I wasn't too impressed. I'm looking forward to part 2. Maybe part 2 that's gonna be like, I don't know, bruh. Maybe now that my low expectation going into part 2 is gonna make me enjoy part 2 more. But as far as this shit goes, man, I don't think this was it. Let me know what y'all niggas think. Like, I had to film this video a few times, bro. Like, and it's not hard to find shit to say about this episode. I mean, it was a fighting episode, but, like, I felt like we seen better. Like, this was a manga fight, bro. Like, I felt like Deepa versus Team 7 was better than this. I fuck with Al's fight still. Boruto versus Al was dope. Al's speed still surprises me to this like moment. Like him like dodging, like that nigga, like they did Al good in the manga. I mean in the anime. As far as this Delta, like her speed seemed pretty cool. And that's about it. Her beams, the colors of the beams flashing and shit, her little secret jutsu, whatever the fuck, that was dope. The disintegration shit, that was dope. Like the way it looks is dope. But as far as like the fighting style herself, I mean, for this anime in general, like, we gotta see more. Part 2 coming next week. We'll see how the fuck they do it. Shout out to all my niggas, bruh. Shout out to the fucking Boruto community. Did we hype this one up too much? Like, I don't know, bruh. Fuck it. I was, if I had to say a word for this episode, it would be mid. Mid. It's a mid today, bruh. So next week, we're gonna come back stronger, hopefully. I'm looking forward to the arc after. Like, hopefully we get some Boro or some shit. Some Garo. It was Garo. I keep saying Boro. Yeah, it was Garo versus Kawaki. Boro, I'm looking for the Boro cult type shit. I'm looking for, you know, some more animation. I'm rambling, nigga. It's Sunday. I'm still happy. I gotta do my laundry later. Peace, y'all. Take care.